Hi! Again, this is our third video, our third grammar session, where we're going to tackle the present simple tense versus the present continuous tense and the stative verbs. There are two easy, very easy lessons, and I'm sure you'll understand them very easily and perfectly. So let's see what we're going to see today. When to use the present simple and when to use the present continuous. The difference in time expressions between both tenses. What a stative verb is. The difference between stative and action verbs. And the last thing is how to use a stative and action verbs in both tenses. So let's start. In comparison of the usage. What do we use the present simple tense for? Can you remember? 3 usages. What are they? The sun rises in the east. What is that? It's a fact. What is a fact? General truth. What's a general truth? Something that is known to be true at all times. He wakes up at 7 a.m. every day. What's that? It's a habit. What's a habit? Something that we do regularly. Okay? We live in Egypt. What's that? It's a permanent situation. What's a permanent situation? Something that hardly changes over time. Okay? Now we move on to the present continuous. How many usages does it have? Can you remember? There are 4. The sun is shining now. What's that? It's an action that is happening right now. As we are talking, the sun is shining outside. They are looking for a new house. What is that? It's something that's happening around the time of speaking. They're not looking right now, but through this period of time, they're searching for a new house. We are cooking dinner today, not mom. This is a temporary action. What's a temporary action? A temporary action is an action that lasts for a short period of time. It changes fast, okay? Like today, we are cooking dinner, but normally, who does that? It's our mom, okay? We are traveling to Alex tonight, and what's that? It's the plan for the near future. So I'm planning to travel to Alex tonight, so we are traveling. That's the end of the usages. Let's move on to the time expressions. What are the time expressions for the present simple? Can you remember them? We go to school every day. She washes her face twice daily. We always have fun playing together. She is often sleepy. I never smile. She doesn't usually come to school late. Where are the time expressions here? Can you remember? We have every, once, twice, daily, annually, rarely, and we also have the adverbs of frequency. What are they? Always, often, sometimes, never, and that's it. That's the end. Okay? Let's move on to the present continuous tense. What are the time expressions of the present continuous tense? She is brushing her teeth now. We are having so much fun at the moment. Look, the fan is spinning. Listen, she is singing my favorite song. We are going to the club tonight. She is having a party this evening. So do you remember the time expressions now? What are they? We have now, at the moment, look, listen, this evening, this month, this year, this summer, okay? And tonight, of course, okay? So that's the end of the time expressions part. And now we move on to stative and action verbs. What are action verbs? What are stative verbs? Okay? Let's start with the stative verbs because they are the new thing, okay? Something you haven't seen before. A stative verb is a verb that describes a situation and a state, not an action. Like what? Thinking. Do you have to do an action while thinking? Or you just think? Smelling. Do you have to move while smelling? Not at all. So this is a situation or a state. something that you don't have to move in order to do. Like here, the food tastes incredible. I hear the kids laughing. They don't believe me. I own this rabbit. So these are stative verbs. What are action verbs? Of course, the opposite of that. Verbs that describe an action. Like what? I'm playing with my students. He is eating his favorite food. We drink milk before sleeping. So that's the difference between the stative verbs and action verbs. This is a hint question. Can you tell me what the tenses in both cases are? In here, which tense did I use? And in here, which tenses did I use? In the stative verbs, I only used the present simple tense. And in the action verbs, I can use both. I can use present simple tense and I can use present continuous tense. Okay? Let's move to the next one. Here, like I said before, the stative verbs can only be used in the present simple tense. Look at the sentences. I feel dizzy. I should rest for some time. Feel is the stative verb and it's called the verb of feeling. Something is a feeling I have. This is a feeling I have. The next one, I like ice cream so much. Who doesn't? Really? So this is the verb of emotion. Loving or liking something cannot be used in the present continuous tense. He understands the lesson perfectly. So this verb, understands, is a verb of understanding. She thinks the teacher is amazing. So this is the verb of opinion. I have an opinion about the teacher and that she is good. The bag belongs to Muhammad. This is a verb of possession. Okay? It belongs to him, he has it, he owns it. Okay? So as we can see, there are different types of stative verbs. Let's see what they are. Feeling, like what? Feel, hear, see, smell, sound, and taste. What else? Possession, like what? Belong to and own. Third one, emotion, like what? Dislike, hate, like, love, need, prefer, and want. And the last type is verbs of understanding and opinion, like what? Appear, believe, forget, hope, imagine, know, mean, remember, seem, think, and understand. These are the stative verbs, and remember, they cannot be used in the present continuous tense. Okay? And by that, we arrive at the end of our lesson. Thank you very much. Goodbye.